Welcome back. Some people may look back on their time in middle school with horror. Well, our next guest wrote a horror book set in a middle school. Oliver Seneca from Editors joins us for an author spotlight now, and he's sharing with us about his latest book, Faces in a Window. Oliver, we were just chatting. You've been on our show before. This is your second book.
Yep, absolutely.
And we want to say welcome back to you. So
Thank you.
Let's get started. This really intrigues me. What is Faces in a Window about?
So this is a little creepy, a little spooky. This is a paranormal horror story about these two teachers that get hired at St. Stephen's Middle School. But what they don't realize is the school is haunted. So pretty soon when they start their positions there, they start seeing things out of the corner of their eye. They're having these very vivid nightmares. The school's like coming apart before their eyes, and just these weird visual things are happening to them. So the story's about them trying to figure out, what's going on with this school and why is it so creepy? And the other thing that's weird is all the other teachers there are very old. Oh. These two new teachers are the youngest people there, and it's not even close in terms of the age gap. So they're trying to figure out, what is the secret to this place? And they have a lot of difficulty because they can't seem to figure out what the past is all about when it comes to St. Stephen's Middle School. So it's kind of their struggle trying to get these clues, trying to unravel this secret that seems to be buried by time. Okay, interesting. Lots of things to untangle there. Now, what inspired you to write this particular story? Yep, so I went to Catholic school myself, starting in middle school, and I went to high school as well in Catholic school. And just generally speaking, anybody out there would know if they went to a religious school, they're old, the aesthetic is very creepy and outdated. Even the teachers sometimes are outdated.
There's a vibe there.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to take kind of the creep factor from going to these schools and apply it to these adults, these new teachers. And so they're, kind of going through these stories and these situations. So it's kind of like that childhood horror, but then applied to, the modern era for adults.
Yeah.
As opposed to the students.
So we know it's scary, or at least a little creepy perhaps, but this book touches on two themes. Let's talk about what they are and why you wanted to write about them.
Yep, so the first theme is that these two teachers are adults, they're professionals, and they're both having these same experiences, but they're not able to tell each other right away. So they're having these struggles, but they're almost embarrassed to say, hey, I'm seeing ghosts in the hallways. So it's the theme of, telling somebody that you're going through some stuff, whether it's general mental health stuff or if it's, paranormal stuff.
Right.
It's okay to reach out to somebody, and then as you'll see in the story, once they kind of admit that they're going through this, they're relieved. They're like, oh my goodness, I thought I was the only one seeing this crazy nun and this, these haunted, spooky kids and whatnot.
Right.
And then the second theme is how history can get kind of skewed over time. The school is very old, so the history is, long, long ago. And as time goes on, some of the details, are murky, and the teachers aren't sure exactly what's true and what's false. And that's kind of like, with real life too, as time marches on. Sometimes you think about moments in history, it's like, did that really happen? What are all the details? Who's keeping the details, in order? Are they, covering stuff up?
Yeah, and what's the real story here?
Exactly.
All right, very cool. That should leave you intrigued, I can tell you. Where can our viewers purchase the book and keep up with your work, Oliver?
So it's on Amazon.com. They can check it out on sunburypress.com. They can go to my website, olivercseneca.com. That has all my links, and I'll be setting up some events this summer for signings and stuff like that.
Awesome.
I'll be in Harrisburg, and then this September I'll be in Lancaster for an event called Books. So if they want to go to my website, they can check out all the details there.
That is awesome. Well, it's a perfect summer read coming up here.
Absolutely.
And certainly if you're working on another book, come on back when you write the next one. So awesome, Oliver. Thanks so much for previewing that for us. Absolutely. Stay with us. More Good Day PA coming up next.